Thank you, Madam Chair. I would like to join the previous speaker in expressing our gratitude to North Macedonia for hosting the Ministerial Council and for all efforts were put in steering the OSCE throughout the year. Dear colleagues, this organization has been founded almost 50 years ago, being led by the idea that security in Europe could be achieved only through a collective commitment to resolving disputes in a peaceful manner and in accordance with international law. Today, we continue to be very far from this goal. Russia's unprovoked and unjustified aggression against Ukraine continues to be the challenge number one to security, peace and prosperity in Europe. Daily suffering caused to Ukrainian citizens, daily attacks on its civilian infrastructure cannot and should not be accepted as a daily routine. Therefore, it's essential to increase support to Ukraine in its existential struggle to restore sovereignty and territorial integrity. The Republic of Moldova will continue to provide its political, economic, humanitarian assistance, as well as shelter over 90,000 Ukrainian refugees. Our overarching common goal is to achieve a sustainable and just peace in Ukraine. But to be sustainable and just, it should be based on the criteria set out in the peace formula put forward by President Zelensky, which Moldova strongly supports. Referring to the other frozen conflicts in the OSCE area, the Republic of Moldova expresses its unwavering support for Georgia's sovereignty, independence and territorial integrity within its internationally recognized borders and firmly rejects Russia's recognition of the Georgian regions of Abkhazia and Tskhinvali region, South Ossetia, as well as its military presence. Madam Chair, turning for a moment to the Middle East, let me stress that Moldova strongly condemned the ferocious terrorist attacks committed by Hamas on October 7. We support the right of Israel for self-defense within the framework of the international law and humanitarian conventions. The recent release of hostages is a positive development. The terrorists must be defeated with due respect to the lives and humanitarian conditions of the civilian populations in Gaza. Dear colleagues, Moldova does not face an imminent military threat, unlike Ukraine, but is fully exposed to a wide range of hybrid attacks. Despite a stream of illegal finance from abroad in support of corrupt political groups and disinformation campaigns, we are doing our utmost to strengthen democracy and rule of law. This malign interference will not divert us from our strategic goal of joining the European Union. The European Commission recommendation to open EU accession negotiations with Moldova is a clear testimony to our efforts. While we are looking forward to a positive decision by the European Council, Moldovan authorities are working hard to prepare the country for the accession talks. We are focused both on fulfilling remaining aspects related to the justice reform and anti-corruption, as well as building the necessary administrative capacity. Moldovan economy is already closely linked to the EU market, and our next priority is strengthening infrastructure and energy connections. The future of the Republic of Moldova lies in the European Union, and we will do everything needed to achieve this goal. Ladies and gentlemen, despite all the challenges, we have managed to maintain the peace throughout Moldova, including in the Transnistrian region. Even if the dialogue is not easy and issues are often getting artificially politicized by Tiraspol, our commitment to a peaceful and political settlement is unshaken. The solution should be based on the respect of the sovereignty and territorial integrity of the Republic of Moldova within its internationally recognized borders. It's important to prepare a proper ground for the settlement, and one of the priorities in this sense is to continue gradual integration of the Transnistrian region into the legal and policy space of the Republic of Moldova. The OSCE mission to Moldova brings a valuable contribution to the conflict resolution process, and we hope it will continue its work. In the same context, the illegally stationed Russian forces, as well as Kobasna ammunition depot, continues to pose a significant risk. We are reiterating the call for the unconditional withdrawal of the Russian forces in line with the relevant OSCE commitments adopted in Istanbul in 1999, as well as the United Nations General Assembly Resolution 72/282, and in respect of Moldova's constitutional neutrality. Dear colleagues, in conclusion, allow me to join the previous speakers in expressing appreciation to the Macedonian chairmanship in the office and personally to Mr. Bujar Osmani for his dedicated work and commitment in his challenging year of the OSCE. Moldova is committed to the multilateral rules-based order and to the European security architecture based on respect for Helsinki Final Act. I wish all the success to the incoming Maltese chairmanship in office, and I thank you, Madam Chair.